Good morning, YouTubers. This is Pete from Starboard Bow. I'm down here at Quartzite, Arizona. This is La Paza Daily BLM land, but there's 3 or 4 of these located with some shallow amenities like trash, dumping, water, and things like that. It's a beautiful morning, Saturday morning. And we're just hanging out down here at Quartzite. We were up and we went up to where they had the RTR last year. I guess they call it some wash or whatever it was. A Hobotech, a couple other guys had some gathers up there. But let me tell you, I'm just being honest because this is what I do here. That place, getting to that place, and comment below if I'm wrong, was a monster. I mean, if you have a motorhome and you care about your motorhome, I cannot see why you guys would be going to that. It's like 8 miles of driving on a railroad track, basically. Shaking and not rattling and jumping up and down. And here's my Hornet. Spend the night here. It's very quiet, peaceful. Another thing with that drive up to Wash or whatever they call it, I don't know, where they had the RTR last year. In 2019 is it was dusty. I mean, it was ridiculous. You got to make sure that when you leave, that your motorhome, when you're in your motorhome, there's Santiago right over there looking. He's my guard dog, little 4-pound Morky. You have to make sure that you wash and clean down your motorhome. Look at the dust here. This is just one day, boom, one day. I mean, it was all over the place. Should have took my chairs down, full of dust and dirt. Ridiculous. All over the place. But you know what? This is the desert. If you come down the desert, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a bunch of dust and dirt. But I'm saying, just make sure you clean it when you get back, because you have a lot of, you got the refrigerator, you have the hot water heater, you've got propane, the generator, all that stuff sitting around in your motorhome. You've got to make sure that you vacuum and clean that out, because that stuff will get into your gears. Because look how low the motorhome, the generator is. So all the dust just was going up and down there. And there's Santiago again. Hey, Mark. He's the stinky boy. Yeah, he's daddy boy. He's my guard dog. He's the partner in crime. So, just wanted to let you know, Quartzite, it's Quartzite. I think I've been here one time in the past, but it's a bunch of vendors. Kind of like what I was kind of interesting about was that big tent that everybody goes to. The vendors in the big tent, about 80% of them are vendors that you're going to find at any one of the local, city fairs that they have. So there's some vendors outside, which I would recommend that if you come down here to Quartzite, is go to the local vendors shops. I know they might be a little bit more expensive than your local ones, but go to the local vendors, because they're local, they're making their money. That's probably how they make their money at the end of the year. But I found a couple of things. I had some problems with my refrigerator. I told you guys in some past videos that I had a problem with my refrigerator. The ignition light, everybody knows these if you have a motorhome, that light, that this igniter wire goes over here. When you turn on the gas refrigerator inside and you put it on LP, it will come over here, will ignite. The propane will come through here, give it some propane, and then light. Well, I've had problems with it where I would hit it and it wouldn't light. It would click, 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 and then the flame would go out, light, but then the flame would go out as soon as the clicking stopped. So I replaced the motherboard, circuit board, and when I replaced the circuit board, it was funny. It did light and it stayed lit, but then the next couple of days it went out again. So then I replaced the igniter wire, which they recommended because it wasn't getting enough. I put a multimeter on there and it wasn't getting enough power. So I thought it was the igniter wire, and that wasn't working. So, last step is the actual igniter board. It's called a Dinosaur small ignition board. S. That's small small ignition board S. And the original one is a black box that goes on here. You take the black box off, and thank God, one of the guy, really nice guy in town, called Gamblers in Quartzite. He had a igniter board for me, which was great because I was online. Just to be honest with you, I was online. I got it for 69 bucks. I could have got it for 69 bucks, but I wanted to get it for while I was here in Quartzite. Well, Gamblers had the board, and he gave it to me for I think 90 bucks, which was really cool. I mean, I know it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a local guy. Gave him some business, didn't charge me tag. Everything was good. And I put the igniter board. Now, the Dinosaur igniter board is different than the black board that it originally comes with. The black board it originally comes with is a black board, and you can't take it apart and fix it. It's covered. It's like a black hard box that goes in here. When I first got this igniter board, I looked at it and I go, wait, I can't open this box that the old one had to put this board in. And I called Dinosaur, which is Joe at Dinosaur's Boards, is a fantastic guy, great guy. He went through and explained, no, that black box that's originally in there, the igniter board, you get rid of that. We sell it with the igniter board itself, and then this 2-port plastic cover that goes over the top of it. And that's so that you can take the cover off and you can work on it. If there's some problems with it, you get Dinosaur on the phone, you fix it, and they take care of their parts. Dinosaur Boards, Joe Gamblers over here in Quartzite was real great. Put the board in, bam, this thing's been lit since I put the board in. Not only has it stayed lit since I put the board in, but it stayed lit going to that stupid, I hate to say stupid, sorry, that location where they're having where the Hobotech group was, basically where they had the 2018 RTR hogwash, I think they call it, or whatever it is. I mean, if you have a quad, that's okay. You can get up and down in there. But if you have a motorhome like mine, which is a 94, I mean, comment below if I'm wrong, but this thing was rattling, shaking, rattling. But my Betsy, she did good. Everything seems to be okay. I checked all and under and over, make sure that nothing was broken from all that rattling. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll never go back there again. I mean, if I'll go back there, if I park, I'm parked here in town in Quartzite, right down the street. Everybody knows where this is at if you're a RVer and you've been to Quartzite. And then I'll take a quad over there to hang out and party with the guys. But this is as far as I'll go when it comes about off the dirt. Now, I'd like to go down there by the mountains, which would be cool, right in front of the mountains, and hang out. But this is where I'm at. I'm at Quartzite. I think it's called Loboro or Hobo or whatever the heck it's called. I'm sorry, just being up front with you guys. And this is where I'm gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and pack up. We're gonna head up to Parker, check out the river up there and see what's going on. And then we'll probably come back down here from Parker and hang out again overnight. It's 40 bucks, just to give you a heads up, for short term, which is basically 40 bucks for 14 days. You can park outside different spots for free for 14 days on BLM land, but this is close, has a dump, got water, all that good stuff. So we'll see what's going on, and then I'll get back with you guys. This is Pete from Starboard Bow. Please subscribe, like, and I'll talk to you guys later.